Hi everyone, my name is Amanda and today I will do my October wrap-up and my November TBR. It is already halfway into November and I haven't done my October wrap-up, but I have been busy. But better late than never, they say, so why not just jump straight into it. This month I have read a total of 3 books and that isn't that good, I know, but I'm slowly getting better, but I still haven't got a lot of time, but I take every minute I get to read. So this month I only read 3 books, but I'm kind of happy with that because it was a phenomenal reading month if you consider the books I read, because I read so good books. The first book I read this month was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. And this book was very hyped before, so I went in with big expectations. And I must say, I really liked it. This is a science fiction book where aliens have invaded Earth, but not in the scary alien way that you would imagine, but in waves. So it has been 4 waves already, and Cassie, the main character, have lost her family, and she is waiting for the 5th wave. No one knows what it is and no one knows when it's gonna strike. The only problem I had was I had quite a hard time to get into it actually. But the first 5 pages I was like, yeah, now I'm gonna read this book, it's amazing. But then I kind of didn't have time, so I read 4 pages then and 5 pages then, so I had a really hard time getting into it. But once I had time to sit down and actually read, I loved it. I think that Rick Yancey does a really good job at building the tension, especially from the middle to the end. That was so freaking exciting and I was biting my nails all the time because stuff was constantly happening and you just had to know what was gonna happen, and yeah. Really exciting. The one thing I liked the most with this book, I think, was the characters. They are amazing. They are so well developed and thought through, and you can really see how they develop throughout the story. Cassie, the main character, is such a strong female character, and all the characters that surrounds her with Evan and her brother Sam. Everyone is just so freaking well developed and amazing. So I will have to give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars because I really liked it, but I had some trouble getting into it in the beginning, but that might have been my own fault though, but still 4.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I picked up after the 5th wave was Reboot by Amy Tintera, and this was a very quick and very exciting read. It is about a reboot called Ren, and a reboot is basically when you die, you wake up as a reboot. The longer you stay dead, the less amount of emotions you have when you wake up again. The reboots are really looked down upon and locked into facilities where they train each other, and when they are done with training they do society's dirty work for them, killing people, capturing people and that kind of stuff. And Ren is the deadliest reboot of them all. She has been dead for 178 minutes, so she has not really many emotions left. But when she decides to train a reboot that has only been dead for 21 minutes, I believe, she starts to really see that maybe this life that she has isn't everything that there is. It was very fast-paced and I really liked it. One thing that I really liked is the feeling you get from the reboots that they are less emotional and all that kind of stuff, and I think the characters develop very much. But also, if we are talking about things that I liked a little bit less, it is that the ending was a bit predictable. Yeah, it was very predictable and it felt also a bit rushed, now we have to wrap everything up very quickly. But besides from that, it was a very enjoyable read. I liked the characters. So overall I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. So the last book I read this month was also a very hyped book, and that is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I said before I started reading this that I hoped it was more than just a love story, and it was. It is about Eleanor and Park, who falls in love very slowly and very, very delicately. There were so many elements to this book that I absolutely loved. How incredibly deep the characters was, how realistic the story was, how real it felt when you read it, and also the fact that it wasn't perfect. I mean, Eleanor and Park's lives weren't perfect, their relationship wasn't perfect, but that just made it so incredibly real. They had struggles just like normal, real people. Rainbow Rowell managed to write an absolutely hilarious book, but the thing that made it amazing was the depth of the story and the characters. The only thing that I have a slight problem with is the ending though. I felt like it didn't really make that big of an impact on me. Everyone said that it was like breathtaking, but I thought that there were other scenes in this book that was much more emotional. With that said, I absolutely loved this book. I adored it. It was amazing, and I will have to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And oh my god, now I can't wait to read Fangirl. So that was all the books I have read this month. They weren't that many, but I really enjoyed all 3 of them. So moving on to my November TBR, just a short one because I feel like I don't set up that many goals for myself because I know that I really won't achieve them if I have too high expectations on my reading, so I have only picked out a couple of books. The first one I am going to finish is the one I am reading right now, and that is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I just finished season 3 of the series, so I thought that I should read the whole series before season 4 comes out, so I kind of know what will happen because I haven't got enough of Game of Thrones and I really need more. Besides from that, I haven't really decided what I'm going to read. Maybe I will buy the other books so I can read them in this month. I haven't really decided yet, but one book that I really want to read is The Coldest Girl in Coldtown by Holly Black. So if I get time, I will definitely read this one. I've heard so many great things about it and I'm really excited. So that was kind of a short and bad TBR, but I have a lot going on, so I don't really know how many books I will be able to read. That was all I have for you today. This was a bit of an awkward video because I really didn't have that much to tell you. But if you enjoyed it anyways, give it a big thumbs up because that would help me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Stay tuned!